Morning from the plot live. Welcome to Easter Sunday. It is the quietest day of the year, I tend to find, so I thought I'd bring you again for a bit of a live stream today. Going to get the microphone sorted out. I seem to have started early, so getting a bit of space, we'll get a brew on, a bit of digging, you know, someone to talk to for a bit, so thanks for coming along. So, how's your Easter weekend been? Have you managed to get lots of things planted and lots of preparation work done? I hope so. So fingers crossed that you have. If you have, if you've got any questions, let us know about them in the chat. Right, let's get a brew on. Question: do you have a big old rubbish bag that you intend to take to the tip but never do? It's just a question. Sticks everywhere. Let's see one. Right, hold on. Right, let's try and get that microphone sorted out, shall we? Well, it's not flashing or anything, so get a brew on. So do you like to use your Easter weekend for gardening? Oh, it's been absolutely crackers at some of the local garden centres, I've noticed. So I think it's that, you know, spring's in the air, everyone wants to get, you know, the garden sorted and tidied up for summer and early spring. So just a bit of digging today, nothing too exciting. Let me know if you've seen the video tour for April so far. I put that up a week ago. We got the most of the potatoes in. Digging today is to get the last of the main crop in and also try and clear those second two beds. But you know, a few things. I had our first harvests as well. We had some radish and we had some pea shoots as well. They were really nice, by the way. Just hoping that the lettuces heart up a little bit. Might take a few radishes home today, so for Easter Sunday lunch. What are you doing for Easter Sunday lunch? Have you got anything special planned? We're going to have a family meal and go and see my mum and dad and that, so be a nice quiet Sunday. And we've still got Bank Holiday Monday to go. All the shops will be back open and we can go crazy again, so. Get rid of the old tea leaves. Now, there may be a bit of shaky camera work later on when I move you down to where I'm going to be digging. So just a bit of viewer advisories there. What should we have today? Kew Garden Splendid Ceylon. Or the green one, can't remember what the green one's called. Trying to kick the kettle over. Oh, Garden Afternoon, bit early for that, I think. And that's the one that tastes a bit like Earl Grey. So go for a bit of Splendid Ceylon. Lots of planes going over today. People going away on Easter breaks. I know our kids have been on their 2-week spring holiday, but there's others still yet to go, so perhaps they're off on their spring holidays. Nearly there. How's the weather been for you this last week? I know we were so dry. Managed to get some rain at last. That's done the world of good for those plants. I can't tell you how difficult it was keeping up on top of keeping things watered so early in the season. We've not had any April showers at all. Tomorrow, maybe some showers again, but today, beautiful sunshine. So we'll get to see a bit of the nice weather in a minute. Get this brew finished. Pea sticks all over the place. Tidy up. More rubbish. Yeah. Right. Kettle's boiled. Do like a nice brew on the plot. Just right. I say these UHT little individual servings of milk are pretty good for the tea at their plots. I quite like these. These were, I think, from B&M Bargains or somewhere like that, probably. Let that stew for a bit. Nice strong cuppa. We'll stick that in the bin for tomorrow's trip to the tip. What would a bank holiday be without a trip to the tip, honestly? Right, brew's made. we're gonna check on the chat, and then we'll move you down to where we're going to start doing some work at last. Ah, well, nothing on the chat. Let's go and get you moved. We'll do you nice and gentle. There we go. So yeah, we did the tour the other day. I'm not going to rehash that, but if you do want to go and watch the video, I'll put a link in the description for when we finish the live. Oh, there we go. There you go. Really proud of that allium. There we go. Might have a nab of lettuce today. They're still not quite hot enough. I'm a bit miffed they're not quite getting there yet, but they will do, I hope. Right, let's get going. I do actually have to do some work. I'll put you next to the apple tree. Yep. Right, gloves on. Not a bad way of working out how long you've been on the plot. 11 minutes so far. Not bad, not bad. Right, that's the... Gonna move up, get up the old paths. And then I'm gonna put a temporary path down for the spuds. And then the next bed, I do want to move that bed of old. You see, I'm coming. Right, I'm warning now, if there's any gratuitous, flank shots, they weren't on purpose, and they were not deliberate clickbait. I'm not, all about showing skin just to encourage click-throughs, so I'll give you a warning now. That's the old path. So I'm going to move this lot over there. So I love garlic there. You can actually see what I'm getting at then, including this bit here. And there's the path. So I'll move those across. The reason is I want to get the last row of potatoes in. So that's the first, that's the Charlotte's. Was that Charlotte's? Yes. Charlotte's there. And Alouette, which is an early main crop. And in that trench there, which you might be able to see, we shall continue just by finishing weeding that section. We'll get the next main crop up, and then I'm going to get that bit of path up, and I'm going to put some tarp down. So moving things, because obviously probably should have taken this old fence into the tip actually, really, rather than bringing it down here. It's not really been very good use. The other thing it's been good for is weighing down the tarpaulins. It's breaking down so quickly. Right, so that's the first one. Multi-compost. Yeah, totally wrong. Right. Where's that path? I may actually very well just put that tarp back down, but I'll get the path up, dig the section we want for the spuds, go from there. Right, fork. I do think, also, wheelbarrow. Stung by a nettle already. Bloody hell. Just trying to be careful where the potatoes were. Don't want it. Oh well, I haven't got any antihistamine at the minute, so I've heard that you can sting yourself with stinging nettles and stop yourself getting any hay fever, apparently. Oh, I hate this bloody couch grass stuff. Bloody terrible. Right, there's the edge of the... There we go. There's the edge of the path. Cracking. God, those weeds are bad. That's the whole thing about weed membrane. It is crap. That is so totally... all the roots underneath it. That is bad. Yeah, that's where we're going to have to go to. That is so deep. That root, that is so bad. I'm not putting the weed membrane down again. That's so nice and soil really charged with that rain from last night and the other day, so that's good news at least. Right. And there's a lot more flank shots than I expected. Apologies. See, look at the clumps with the grass in. It's so bad. There we go. It's good to get it out though. Really do need to get shut up. Doesn't have coming from the side so quick. So next year, if there's anything that's not getting used or fallow, I am going to be tarpauling pretty heavily. I just can't keep on top of it. Otherwise, right, we'll get the. So, there's the line. Can you see it? That was the. The path probably will end up going pretty much down where it was. I definitely want at least 2 feet between that row of main crop potatoes. So I might end up just putting a temporary line down. I'm going to take this back, and it's time for a brew. Oh. Right, have a check on the old stream. See if anybody else is having a lie-in on a Sunday. So I'm definitely going to struggle to, like I say, get this side done today. So I think put a new path down, put some tarpaulin down as well. It's too late now to set fire to that wood. So I'll have to find somewhere to store that for now. Blanched dandelions though. Wonder if they're any good in a salad. Lovely. Do love a good brew. Brewski number 1. Right. After that, I think we'll get the soil miller out. Little treat to make me think what I'm working towards for the potato bed. Watch out for them bloody nettles again. That's the trouble. There's so much like couch grass in the paths. That's coming up a bit better. Let's try and roll that up. A bit easier to manoeuvre then. There we go. That's the last of that. Right. Empty that. Empty that wheelbarrow. It's not too bad. Look at that hand weed now. See, look at all that there. I'm going to cover that, I suppose. I can put that there, actually. See, that's where the trench is going to go. So this is what tempted me to go for in-bed rows, because I was going to be breaking up some of the paths, but I'd be losing so much ground to just in between. It was not really worth it. Look at the size of those whoppers. Bloody mare's tail. That, as far as I see it, is the only advantage to doing like single or double digging, is to get rid of that bloody mare's tail. Right. Get some of this horrible stuff out of here. Look at that. That's gone everywhere, that. I don't know if you've seen that, but that is the mare's tail root. It goes everywhere. It's so deep, you wouldn't even think it would grow. It's just horrible, gnarly, dried up. That's the little shoots that come up anyway. I'm going to stick that in the water bucket. Try and get some nutrients back off it, if nothing else. Oh. You really see the difference in where the soil has kept the moisture from the rain, can't you? Right, try and get some of that extra grass out. Yep. There we go. There we go. That's better. Right. Now, if I've left a 2-foot row, and that on this side is going to end up becoming the soil that I want to hill up. So whilst it seems a good idea to stop at that point, I'll end up, I suppose, I'll be ending up digging it. I find the front quite high anyway, because it's ridged that way. Seems to be quite a lot of material in the middle of the plot. So I think what I'll do is because we'll use this bit that's compacted to our advantage, I'm going to put temporary path down, and then I'm going to just fork that over a bit by about what, 6 inches, about a foot. which is no bad thing. Look at that. That is a lot of dandelion. Look at that. Oh, it's a monster. Do you know what? You could eat that. Too much grass, that one. And that one. Go to there to start with. Oh. Yeah, a great big whopping mare's tail root. Until where the paths have been. Oh. Oh, that's heavy. Wow, that is some chunky soil. And then the ridge is going to be pretty much in the middle of that. There we go. I think a tea break, don't you? Let's go and put the brew on. I'll try and be gentle. That's some hard digging. Right. Quick cuppa. 47 minutes. Let's just check our settings. Don't want to mute you. Oh. Right. Brew number 2. We're only going to do this for a short while. It is Easter Sunday after all. I should do this for a second cuppa. Off to the tip. Try and get as much plastic off the plot as we can these days. Wonder how much longer I've got left on this. It's fuel. We'll stick with the morning. Splendid Ceylon, I think. The trouble is, I've been waiting to do that digging for weeks. I just could not get myself around to it. It's just, I need to get that wood sorted out. If I don't get that wood sorted out, there's nothing I can move it on to. Keep on getting stuff cleared. At least I've got the potatoes in. It's not looking too bad. There's some scrappy parts of the plot, obviously, like the old sort of raised bed area for sort of seedlings and those middle 2 plots. But I think if I can tarp them, once I finish getting the potatoes in, and there's so much good stuff going on. We've got the brassicas that are overwintered, I'm really happy with. Those cabbages look like they're hearting up. I've got a bed here which I'm going to hopefully get some melons in, which is these pallet collars. I've got some Jerusalem artichokes in bags, potatoes in bags, on proper decent thick membrane, not that fabric stuff. That stuff seems to last a bit longer and does stop the weeds a bit more, so I don't mind putting close containers, containers, these fabric bags. I like them a lot more than the wooden raised beds. They don't seem to attract the slugs as much. And I've got that bed of peas and broad beans that's coming along great, so some good things. It's just the portions of it just really annoy you when it just gets so messy. The raised beds have completely failed, which were the sort of seedling beds, which were part of the inside the polytunnel. I still need to break that down. I think I might do that one day this week over lunchtime. So, and there are some other patches at the back here, which I think I will try and cover with some of this plastic or tarpaulins, just to try and get on top of it. So, like I said, anyone got any plans for Easter? If you're watching, I'd love to know. I can't quite seem to work out how the live chat function works, so I may have to respond to your questions later. So, we'll get that ground broken up. Might not have enough, might just have enough time to put the spuds in if I'm lucky, so see if we've had any comments. Can't see. Oh, today's show obviously brought to you by B&M Bargains. That is not gratuitous product placement, I promise you. I am not getting money from B&M Bargains. Wish I was. There we go. So let's stew a minute. I do hope this microphone's worked. It's all lit up. It's got its blue light on, so speaking of B&M Bargains, I have to get some more milk soon. Right, brews up, let that cool a bit, finish that last bit, and we'll see if we can get some potatoes in the ground if we're lucky. Another slow pan, show you how things are going on. One of your by the that's it, apple tree, wasn't it? There we go. Maybe not with the apple branches in shot, because you'll right, so I've done half a bed. Could be worse, could be better. That is a rock solid. Wow. See, that's the only trouble now. I'm going to be slowing down because this is really hard. Just take. And again, some nice tail, obviously. Try really hard not to break the tines of the fork on this soil. It's so hard. Now, the only advantage, I suppose, of not worrying too much about where I'm placing a path for this year's potatoes, that's the wonkiest line ever, is that I'm actually going to reduce the size of that front bed to about 5 foot so that I can actually access it. Right, now, right, so if that's the line, yeah, it's going to be about there. Right, it's wonky for now. I'm going to measure off 2 feet between, yeah, it's about there. Get the line out. That should make things a little bit easier. There we go. Right. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's more or less. Right, so no idea what that is. What the heck is that? Right. Oh, that's going to require the hoe, isn't it? Right. So we'll have to take another should die off. Either. Yeah. Break that up. Now, what I could do, thinking on, is leave, because obviously I've got space there to round up a bit, is to leave that pretty much ridged up to ridge up the potatoes. So on this side, I mean, without having to, I think, come on you bugger. Just run the spuds down that line. Like that. Might work that, you know. Oh, you come on. Do you know what? I'll be quicker if I pick it up. So if I just run that down the line there like that. Go backwards with this. Oh, that has made a absolutely destroys that soil. That is such a good tool. Said it once, I'll say it again. This soil miller is worth every single penny. Watch it, I break it now. Absolute legend, that tool. Right. Not bad at all. Right. Try the ridger. I'm so glad to nearly get all the potatoes I need in for this year. Nearly done. There we go. Right. Tea break. Right. Nearly there, I think. Ooh, 10 minutes left. Where's it? Yeah, it's pretty shallow there. Not too bad, is it? There we go, all right. Right. Right, let's get some chicken manure pellets in. Spuds and we're done. Oh, that feels good to have done that. Let's try and tidy up as we go. Right, chicken pellets. Yep. Pellets. There we go. Right, let's get the spuds in. Yeah. We will use our dibber as well, I think. Just helps to tea-slip. Should just enough to put in, so this one, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, call it 14 there. That's not bad. I'll do like that spade. I don't know if I've got a 14, but we'll see. Right, some of these have gone very leggy, obviously with having to wait for so long to put them out, but some of them are not too bad, so put them in. In fact, I might actually break off, if there's like 2 or 3, break off some of the bigger. Okay, there's pink. I do like that one quite a lot. That's a bit long, that one. Put them on the sides if they're a bit too long, I think. That one might be a failure. We'll put that one on the end. You might not make it. Some little ends there. And I think those 2 were all some freebies, so I'll stick those in a bag. They weren't the ones I specifically chose, so. Oh, my back's done in now. Right. The old rake. Now, for the moment, I am going to just. Right, if that's a line there of potatoes, that way. I'm walking in the middle of it now. All I'm going to do is bring that over like that. I know it's a bit weedy, I know it's a bit messy, but whoa, that is quite the might use that spade again, actually. It was quite decent. I should break it up. And then it's time to go. I bet there's been some moaning and groaning as I've been doing this today. Some dry ground. Yeah, dry man. There we go. There we go, right. Just enough to pull the soil over. I'll get buried over anyway. Great job that. Not bad. For about an hour and a half of work. That's quite the trench, that. Whew. Right. I think on that note, we'll call that a day. So, as you can see, got a nice row set up there. Hill it up with what I've pulled from that side. We'll path there, and then we'll sort out a couple of paths over that side. Very happy with that. So I've had 2 brews, done a whole row of potatoes, main crop in now over Easter. And we'll put those away. Well, thanks for watching today on the live. Something a bit different for a change. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Sure, you have to put a row of spuds in, if nothing else. Gives you a bit of an update on what we're doing as well on the plot. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up. It's the only way that it gets noticed. Any comments? Share what you've been doing at the moment. I will look back over the live chat if anyone's posted. I don't think I can do it on the phone at the same time. So thanks if you have commented. I'll answer. Interested to see what you've been doing. And move on to the next project. All right, see you. Thanks for watching. Bye.